I stand before you tonight with two goals. The first is just to not barf. And the other one, thanks to catalyzing change, is to share a couple thoughts about joy. The first is that we are all a part of a legacy educational system that robs students of joy every single day. And I'm not just talking about factoring. And the other is that there is no joy in grading. Amen? So around 2006, I read a couple of books by Alfie Kohn, and at that point decided I needed to add a belief statements section to my syllabus. And it's obviously embarrassing when you look back at things you wrote 15 years ago. Like, I know it's me, I just don't recognize that person. And I don't remember what's on the next slide, so we're just gonna wait and find out. Somebody gotta break the ice. It's this. Here's my belief statement. Grades are never accurate. Sometimes we attribute the result as something we think matches the student, but grades are never accurate. I saw this tweet a couple of weeks ago, and talk about joyless. And I thought, imagine valuing the work in your class that much that you ask the teacher for a punishment if you don't do it. Let me repeat that. Imagine finding so little value in the work in your class that you ask for a punishment to make you do it. The real message here is not that we need to change our environment, but that it is not ours to change the environment, because it is not ours to define the outcomes. It is the students to whom these outcomes belong, and they are the ones who should be defining what those outcomes look like and when they're met. Now, I know nobody came here tonight to hear a hot take from a middle-aged white man from Southern California holding onto a squished mallow, but I've got one for you anyways. If we're hanging on to our power to ensure that students' grades are accurate, then all we're doing is reinforcing a core belief of white supremacy culture that says grades are valuable. Let's see what's next. That's a good hot take too. Yeah, this one's not reminding me. Oh, I remember. Maybe. So I've been asking myself what a classroom would look like if I give up that power that never was mine to begin with. What happens if I let the students take the power that's theirs by right? There's no justice until we're teaching for the students, not at the students. Now, Mike Flynn, in this video that you'll see here real quick, in talking about a common understanding that we move from conceptual to representational to abstract as the goal, pushes back and says the danger in this thinking is that the island that we're currently on impacts our mathematical identities. I can't think about identity and joy without Dr. Goldie Mohammed. I wasn't sure how long I'd have on this slide, but if y'all haven't read this book, essentially joy is the culmination of the other pursuits. At least that's the way that I'm reading it. All right, so teachers out there, kindergarten, first, second, third represent. Which grade has the most joy? Which grade is it? First, second, third, fifth? I'm sorry to report, everybody's wrong. There is no joy in any of your classes, and I know this because I read the standards. I read every page of the standards, and the word joy or any of its derivatives does not show up one time. Think about that. There is no joy in our curriculum, in our instruction, or in the whole damn class, unless we put it there intentionally. No joy. Not even factoring. I know I'm dragging factoring a lot, and I'm actually giving a talk tomorrow on factoring. It's in the schedule. You can find it if you look at the schedule. Or here. So the question remains, where is the joy? And there will be no joy until we decide to examine what's happening in our classes, create safe spaces where students are honored for their ways of knowing and being, dismantling the practices that are taking those things away from them. So my challenge tonight is this. What are you willing to let go of to ensure joyful spaces for your students? I've come to realize I'm willing to let go of just about anything, except this squishmallow.